Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another College Baseball Saturday here, brought to you by the Head First Podcast. I'm JP Sponseller, joined by Cole Harding and Corey Klingenbeck. Boys, it's Saturday morning.
Let's
we had
go.
Great weather, great baseball yesterday. How we feeling this morning?
We're Jews.
Buddy, fired up. We got BP tops on today. Saturday BP tops. Let's go.
Saturday BP tops are on. That fired me up seeing that out of you guys. Doubleheader for the Bearcats today, which both of you guys will be in action. So let's go. Big day.
Good day for two. Good day for two.
Great day to play too.
Marty Brenneman actually came in the locker room last year when he threw out that first pitch.
Oh God.
Look at our guy. Hey, Marty. Good guy. Good guy.
Great guy.
But he said the worst thing in baseball is a doubleheader. And I was like, dang, that's the one thing I might disagree with that guy on.
Yeah, I love a doubleheader. I don't know about you guys.
It's just part of college baseball.
Yeah, when you're beating the weather tomorrow, in college baseball, you can't go wrong with that. You're playing 60 degrees and instead of tomorrow, you're playing 30 degrees. Buddy,
let's do it. Let's play two. All right, well, let's get into our first segment of this week. Our first new segment we started last week is the Lounge Dog lineup, where we will head out to the left field lounge at Duty Noble Field. Obviously, the Dogs are in Houston this week. Lounge Dog still said he wanted to give me some content for this week. He said his biggest event is he's heading to Hurtado Barbecue today at 11 a.m. So we couldn't get that in time, but make sure to keep an eye out for his Twitter. Here's what he did send over. He went to Stanley's here in Tyler, Texas. As you could see there, this guy knows how to find some good barbecue and some good food. We got a burger there with looks like some eggs, some bacon, some jalapenos on there, some queso mac and cheese, which he said was top notch, solid potato salad. And he said the sandwich was as advertised, gave it a 9 out of 10, said it was definitely worth the stop. So really good stuff from Lounge this week. Pumped to see him back in Starkville, but he's making a name for himself and finding some great food and barbecue during his weekend in Texas. So great to see. Good stuff out of Lounge.
Yeah, Lounge.
Dude's not missing out. Dude's not missing a calorie this week. Let's go.
No. I told him I was messaging him back and forth. He was like, "Oh, I should have sent my plate at here." And I was like, "Lounge, like, don't sweat it, dude. You're there to win ball games."
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm actually here for both." LOL. So he is valuing the barbecue and the baseball this weekend. But that takes us into our next segment. This will be kind of a roundtable talk of who's hot and who's not. Boys, let's start with who is hot in college baseball right now.
I'm going to Longhorns. Deep Texas. Hook 'em high, baby. Those dudes look solid. Dudes taking balls off the train at Houston Astro Stadium.
Yeah.
Dude.
Launched a couple balls.
You got juice.
Ruger Riojas looked absolutely disgusting last night. He was 96 to 98 with a hard slider. And people are saying Dylan Volantis might be their best pitcher. I think this Texas staff, if they can stay healthy, they looked like the best staff in the year last year for 3/4 of the season until they got some injuries. If they could stay healthy this year, boys, watch out because those Longhorns are going to be for real. I also wanted to shout out the Mississippi State Bulldogs as our guy Lounge Dog off to an undefeated start. Faced Cole Carlin and a solid and hot Arizona State team yesterday, and neck and neck ball game until they kind of pulled away there at the end. Great win. And those boys, Brian O'Connor's got those boys looking good. I'll tell you what, I definitely thought they've had some talent there the past couple of years, but they look like a little bit different ball club, very well coached. And I like what I'm seeing out of the Dogs early.
Yes, sir. I was going to go with after losing their first game of the season, rallied off 9 straight, Wake Forest. I feel like no one's really talked about them that much. They're not playing some of the best competition in the country, but they're rallying off 9 straight wins. Offense looks good. They're scoring a lot of runs. I think that team they're on the right spot right now. They hit a little hot streak here, so I think it'll be exciting to watch them keep going.
I'll go off of that. no one's talked about Florida since they
Yeah.
lost day to UAB, and they've now rattled off 9 or 10 straight, beating Miami in
Day
game
one.
1 series last night. So Miami and Florida were both teams that I wanted to mention as being hot. Miami was undefeated going into last night, so both of those Florida teams are rolling right now, and the Gators haven't lost since opening day. They're looking really good. Let's shift over into who's struggling right now.
Dude, I'm saying right here in the Queen City, Austin P Governors. They're playing some good competition, but I don't know. I don't see them rattling all 45 wins again this year. I don't see it happening. I mean, props to them. They play some damn good non-con games, which is fantastic for their RPI. But boy, if they could pull off a 1, 2, or 3 more of those games, I mean, you're looking at a decent schedule right there with the RPI rank. But I mean, sitting at 4 and 5, the Cats might get a little crooked number going up there.
I hope so.
Make them 4 and 7 this weekend.
Yeah, that would be huge. I agree. You haven't really seen that offense click yet, which is interesting to see. I'm kind of curious. That was a dogfight of a game yesterday. I thought that the Governors, honestly, just the way it was playing out, I thought they were going to hold on. And that's just one of those games where you feel like you kind of have to pull out.
Yep.
Here we go. We got Sean Springer sending some weird emojis in there. He's fired up on a Saturday morning.
How we doing, Spring?
Hell yeah,
let's go.
Another team who's not the Tennessee Volunteers dropped the series to Kent State last week, dropped game 1 to a very good UCLA team yesterday. I've seen some talks on Twitter of people hitting the panic button very early. This is not the same team without Tony V. I think the verdict is still out. I'm not out on the Vols yet, but I think today will tell us a lot about this team. We'll cover that here in a little bit, but you have a big opportunity here to bounce back against Arizona State and kind of still walk away from this weekend feeling good about the weekend and good about your squad. I'm looking for a big bounce back from the Vols here soon. I think they're a team that kind of needs to pick it up and show some life here soon.
Yeah, that was the same team I was going to mention, John. Especially in like the past 2 or 3 years, they were a team that never lost at home. So to see a mid-major Kent State roll into Knoxville and take 2 or 3, that's just very uncharacteristic of Tennessee. Like I said, they're just a team that if you went to Knoxville to play them, they were going to beat you. They were going to at least beat you in a SEC series. Like no one really beats them on their home turf.
Nobody.
So that was another team I was going to mention. But I agree with you. We'll talk about it here in a little, see if they can get back on track. Big games this weekend left for the Vols.
Yeah, and then the last team, Arizona. We talked about them last week. They dropped last night to Oregon. I fell victim of the incorrect ESPN score bug where they had the teams flipped. I bet Arizona plus 3.5 last night. I literally just on the ESPN app. I went to bed thinking they were winning 7-2, and I was absolutely juiced. And I find out that they lose 7-2. So they're struggling. Those boys only have 1 win right now. We're in Omaha last year. They gotta figure something out and show some life, any sort of signs of life here soon.
Yeah, I mean, shit fire.
Especially before Big 12 play, you'd like to see them get a few more wins under their belt before they hop into conference play.
Yeah. And then some highlights from last night before we get into midweek madness here, and then we'll introduce our guest. We had the South Carolina Gamecocks. When everyone was counting them out, everyone was counting them to kind of get crushed last night by Clemson and Aiden Knock. One thing, I bet against history in this game. The longest win streak ever is 7 wins. Clemson was at 7 last night, and South Carolina takes belt to ass in night 1 at home. We'll give you that highlight of the last out. I believe this is a Texas State transfer who pitched against the Aggies last year, so I'm excited to ask Hayden here what his thoughts on this guy he is and his antics on the mound here, but here's that last out.
The 1-2. He strikes out Crichton. 10 strikeouts for Gunther, 5 for Valentin, 15 strikeouts.
He was talking his shit a little bit.
Yeah. When nothing's going your way, you got to fire the boys up somehow, and nothing has gone their way for the past week and a half. Dropping that one to Army, dropping that one to Queens, who went 9-54 last year, or 9-44, and then you come home against Clemson, rival. I mean, nothing gets the boys more juiced up than you talking your talk on the mound and you letting the crowd know it.
Yeah, huge win for the Gamecocks last night. I didn't have this series really circled, but now I do. I'm all the way back in. This is going to be a dogfight. And then we have to shout out our Bearcats here on a walk-off homer win.
Let's do it.
Quentin Coates, the Diet Mountain Dew Classic. Bearcats take down the Austin Peay Governors in Game 1. Here's that walk-off homer.
But he sends that one deep. It's going all the way back. And Coates, he wins it for the Bearcats. One pitch, one bomb for Quentin Coates.
Pandemonium in Clifton. How about them Bearcats?
What you
I know
say,
you were
baby.
up in the stands.
Dude,
how was it being there live?
I was fired up. Like it kind of brings me chills. I mean, you think like I got to walk off last year, and now seeing it from the stands, a different point of view. I mean, I could have been more fired up. I'm itching the skin up there. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of getting nervous. But the boys are coming through. I mean, I know when we tied it, we have to win this thing.
Yeah.
Go to the 10th, walk it off, and nobody's going to talk about. I mean, I'm going to harp on. No one's going to talk about Q's 4 strikeouts that day. They're going to talk about the 425-foot bomb he hit the center field.
Yeah,
and that's what baseball is about. That's how weird this game is. But I mean,
shout out Chuck too for tying it in the 9th.
Yeah. Absolute rocket to center field. I mean, I had a good feeling off the bat, and I was like, holy shit, here we go. Taking Game 1 in the Mountain Dew Classic, baby.
Yeah, doubleheader today. Let's play 2.
Fanning shoes, I think got brighter by like as the inning went on.
They were looking real bright.
His shoes were getting brighter and brighter. I had some boys up there chewing him out, giving him some crap. He looked up at the stands, gave us a finger, like pointed up at us. I was like, wow, I need to get out of here.
You think when he drinks the dew, it just goes like straight to his shoes?
To the shoes. Yeah.
Straight to his shoes. It's like get some extra bright down there.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into midweek madness here. Let's rattle off these midweek upsets. We had quite a few of them, like last week. Georgia State walks into Georgia Tech and takes down the number 5 Yellow Jackets. Arkansas State went into Arkansas, took down the number 6 Razorbacks. And then the one that was probably most shocking is McNeese walks into the box and takes down the number 2 LSU Tigers, defending champs. And then we had the number 1 UCLA Bruins fall to San Diego State. And then on Wednesday, we had Troy go into Athens, Georgia, and beat the Dogs. So a lot of top 10 teams going down this week. If you're bored on a midweek, always good idea to tune into some midweek baseball.
There's good midweek baseball on. I mean, if you're bored Tuesday, Wednesday night, buddy,
it's nothing quite like it. Nothing quite
like it.
A lot
of upsets. A lot of
upsets can happen.
It is time now to introduce our guest picker for the week. We got Hayden Schott from the Texas A&M Aggies, formerly the 12th man last year. Hayden, how we doing, man?
Formerly the 12th man. I like that. Definitely formerly. Not anymore, JP.
Well, you were loved by the fan base, embraced by the 12th man. But Hayden, it's a fine Saturday morning, man. How are you feeling?
I'm good. So JP, let me give you a tiny bit of backstory. So JP, I asked him last night, I'm like, hey, Eastern or Central? And I guess I've been in Texas too long because I assumed Central. And I didn't see it. So I'm like, oh, great. Like, I'll wake up. I'll go do I've been doing 75 hard. So I'm doing 2 workouts a day. I'm like, I'll do one of my workouts before. Like, this can be great. And then I go on my DMs. I'm like, oh, no, this is bad. Like, I gotta get moving. So I'm doing great. I was ready to get after it this morning and work out, which is fine. I'm going to do that after, and this is way more fun than working out. So I'm doing great today, man. I'm happy to be with y'all.
Well, that's all. Like, that's awesome that the distraction was 75 hard.
Yeah.
A lot of respect. I was just telling these guys, I was like, hey, haven't heard anything from Hayden yet. There's a chance that he had 25 beers last night and we don't hear from it. But that sounds like
Trust
that's
me.
not the
Yep.
case.
No, trust me. I wish that was the case. That's a lot cooler. I hate like even saying that I'm doing the 75 hard. It's more just of a personal thing. Like it'd be way cooler to say, yeah, like I hit the town in Princeton, New Jersey last night and didn't wake up. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
That's
all right.
cool.
Well, for any Aggie fans that are tuning in live or listening after the fact, give them a little rundown of kind of what you've been up to since graduation and what you're up to now in the real world.
Well, my big thing post-graduation is I finally got my knee worked on. My knee was really dragging along the past couple of years. I did my meniscus 2 years ago, did that surgery because I tore it right before Omaha when we were in Omaha. And then like the genius I am, probably didn't do the greatest with rehab. And so the first practice I came back from meniscus surgery, I tore my ACL and my meniscus. So I played through that last year and then finally was able to get that done because I am not good enough at baseball to keep playing. So it was great. I got my surgery, man. I'm about a month and a half out now. So I'm doing a lot of rehab. I'm extremely bored. I could probably sit on the Zoom for like 3 hours just because I've been so bored recently. And you guys seem like a blast. But I've been kind of rehabbing that, getting that all done. And then the goal is that I'm looking at a few businesses in Texas to buy and hopefully going to move back there and acquire some sort of business. And that's going to be hopefully the goal for at least the next couple of years.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
Hell
sweet.
yeah. Staying in Texas.
Staying in Texas. And in the meantime, I'm starting April 1st. I'm announcing some of the A&M games just for fun. So I'm excited to do that.
Let's go.
That'd be awesome. You mentioned you're in Princeton now. I'm guessing you're watching your brother. Did he not just break an Ivy League record this week in swimming?
He did. I'm here for his the Ivy League championships of this week, and that's hence my really this is like the most cocky beanie, and I promise it's not for me. It's for him. I bought it at the meet last night.
Dude, if I had an Ivy League beanie, I'm repping that every single day.
Trust me, I don't. I feel like such a douche. No, he killed it. So he broke the 200 IM record, and then he won the 200 free last night. So, and then he's got something tonight. I have no idea, but all I know is I'm gonna have some coffee and get ready to go watch him. So yeah, he's a stud, man. It's been getting me great. And then he's training at the University of Texas next year with Michael Phelps' old coach. So he'll be there and I'll be there. So it should be really, really fun, man. Nice. He's killing it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. I love your Instagram stories because you always post like where dreams go to reality or something.
Yeah, where dreams go to die. Yep.
Yeah.
It's true, man. It's literally like a battle for second place. And he oh my gosh. Am I allowed to, I totally might have screwed that up.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Let it rip.
All right.
Let it fly.
He probably, now that I think about it, hates it. It's like the biggest jinx of all time. Like, yeah, my brother's posting that everyone's dreams are going to die. But you know what, man? Until he starts losing, I'm going to keep posting it. So
I love it. All right, last thing before we get into these picks.
Yeah, boys.
Do you have any fun stories? Feel free to make names anonymous. Do you have any good stories you'd be willing to share from us on or off the field from your college baseball experience?
Oh, wow. All right. I'm trying to let me decipher
stories. Crazy.
Well, I'm just deciphering the ones that I want to say on live Zoom. Let's see here. Well, here's the thing. If I get into specifics, I might end up in jail after this call. So I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is that the amount when we would go on basically like these road trips or whatever, we made sure we were tourists of the destination and enjoyed kind of visiting everywhere, if you are understanding what I'm saying. So that's like the most vague way I can explain. But we basically, the way I describe it is like we found a great way, especially the first year I was there. We found just a really great way of when we were on the field, man, like literally nothing else mattered. It was between the two white lines, like nothing. And I mean, nothing else mattered. But when we were off, we loved spending time together, and that was our number one priority. And
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks that and everyone says that, but I've been on teams where that's not the case, and it's very different. Even though like in meetings you obviously say that like you're a family and all that stuff. It's easy to say, it's hard to do, and those will be the best memories ever, man. I mean, we spent every minute together on and off the field. So without being too specific and being vague, I'm gonna go with that so I don't get anyone in trouble. But yeah,
No, that's
it was
perfect.
great.
That's perfect. I feel like that's if it's well understood. But no, that 24 team is probably one of the most fun teams I've ever watched play. Just watching the way you guys, like you said, just you guys loved each other and had a blast playing ball at it. Definitely a fun group to watch, especially out in Omaha.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Let's get into these picks, boys. What do you say?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's rock and roll.
These first two teams, I have not watched a single inning of either one of them this year. We got the Oregon Ducks and the UC Irvine Anteaters in game one. The Ducks coming off that 7-2 victory over Arizona last night, and UC Irvine coming off a 9-4 win over Vanderbilt. Oregon will be starting Colin Clark with a 1.5 ERA through 12 innings, 1 walk and 16 strikeouts. And UC Irvine will be starting Ricky Ojeda with a 4 ERA through 9 innings pitched. Had a tough start last week against Cal, looking to bounce back. Boys, we will get in sort of a routine here. Let's go Cole and Corey and then Hayden. Boys, what do we think?
I think go ahead, Cole.
Ducks roll again. That's who I got on this one. I'm kind of there with you, John. I haven't watched much baseball from either of these teams, but I think the Ducks will roll today.
I'm going strictly, Ducks. Staying the green mean machines from Oregon. I know West Coast is so much different, but I think the videos I've seen of Oregon, I mean, they got some powerhouses, big bats in the lineup, and I love the way they swing the bat. So I'm sticking with the Ducks on this one.
Listen, you guys seem like unbelievable humans, but if there's not a world, I'm not hammering UC Irvine at plus 175 in this game. Now, there's multiple reasons for this. Obviously, I grew up in Newport Beach, California, about 20 minutes from the spot. Every Thursday night, I would go to their games, and I would chase down my 13-year-old crush because her family would also go to the games. And unfortunately, I never succeeded in that chase, like a lot of experiences women in my life. But what I did realize very quickly at a young age is that the UC Irvine Anteaters ball, and they are ballers and they are scrappy, a lot scrappier than Oregon. Less cool uniforms, less cool facilities. So I don't think there's a world I'm not touching them at 175.
I'm with you, Hayden. They're coming off a huge win over Vandy boys on a Friday. Give me the Anteaters, dude. I think they might make a statement this weekend. I'm going for a possible sweep of the weekend. Give me the Anteaters all day. And especially as a betting man that I am, plus 175 might be crazy talk, and I might be getting my hands on that as well.
Yep.
All right, moving on. We talked about them a little bit earlier. The Tennessee Volunteers, a must-win bounce-back spot, it feels like, for them, coming in against the Arizona State Sun Devils. Both teams lost yesterday. Tennessee will be throwing Landon Mack, who has been lights out on the mound, 1.42 ERA with 20 strikeouts through 12 2/3. And Arizona State will be throwing Colin Linder. He's got a 2 ERA through 8 2/3 with 8 punchies, 6 walks though. So maybe a little bit struggled a little bit to stay in the zone consistently. Boys, who do we got? Who do we got in this one?
I think just based off like the last couple of years, I said this kind of earlier. The Vols are not someone or not a team that would lose at home. They ended up losing a series last week to Kent State. I think these big games, when their back's been against the wall, they found ways to win the last few years. So give me the Vols. I think we'll have a good pitching performance, and they'll find a way to scratch a win today.
Yeah, I don't know. I love AZ State in this plus 140. I mean, it's hard to not go against them. They just came off a dominance performance against Oklahoma. They played Mississippi State in Globe Life, so probably just getting acclimated to the facilities, getting acclimated to the field, the stadium. I don't know. I think AC State the Sun Devils. I think they take it to the Vols, and the Vols have their backs against the wall, like Cole said. But I don't know. I feel like the Vols are hitting a high road right now, or hitting a bump in the road, so they're not.
Yeah,
they're not showing up to the ballpark like they used to. So it's a different vibe. I can definitely tell without Tony V there. So I think I'm going with the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I this is an interesting one for me. I've watched a lot of the Tennessee games. I haven't watched a lot of the ASU games. Tennessee, it's definitely different without Tony, but that's not to say Elander's not going to figure it out. And it's just like there's growing pains, man, with any new coach. Trust me, I know. And I think that they could find that, but unfortunately, I do not think this weekend will be that weekend. And if it's going to be even on baseball terms, we got to look at outside of baseball terms, and then you look at number one, the school itself. ASU wins, best party school probably in the entire world. There's so many pools. They honestly, there's more pools than there is housing in Arizona State because there's just so many opportunities to go party to pool. So I'm probably going to go with the school that has more pools, and I'm going to go with ASU here at plus 140.
Let's go.
I love it. I love the I guess your reasoning. Yeah, the breakdown.
Yeah, have
but
to.
Cole.
Wait, what I miss? What did I miss? My audio is cut. What I missed?
Sorry, we were just getting a little Rocky Top going for you. I am all over the Bulls,
Dude.
today.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that song, man. That song literally gives me PTSD, man.
You couldn't hear it through your phone?
No, I couldn't even hear it. I'm so happy I did. If I heard that, good all right, that's freaking the worst song in the history of the world, man.
Well, I'm upset you might not hear the second song that I'm going to play later on, but I'm on the Bulls. Let's go Bulls. Must win. Bounce back spot. I think Elander gets the boys fired up today. They had a late comeback from against UCLA yesterday, and then the bullpen kind of screwed them over. I think the Bulls find a way to scratch one out today.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the battle in Florida, the in-state rivalry. We got the Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes. This whole series is in Coral Gables. Florida ended up busting it open late last night and getting a 7-2 win. Like I said, they've rattled off 9 or 10 straight here since opening day. Miami just got their first loss. The Gators are throwing Aiden King, who some people could argue he could be the Friday guy over Liam Peterson. He's got nasty stuff still coming in this game with a 0 ERA, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts through 2 starts. And Miami will be throwing Rob Evans coming into this week with a 6 ERA. He gave up 4 earned runs and 5 innings pitched in his first start against Lafayette last week. Boys, what are we thinking for this matchup?
This has been a series I've watched in previous years that it's like really chippy. I know that this series means a lot to both teams. And Florida takes game 1 last night, kind of busted open, like you said, John, in the later innings. Was tight for about most of the game, I'm pretty sure. It was right around, I think it was 2-2 for a while.
2-2 going into the 7th or 8th, yeah.
Yeah, 2-2 for a while. I think with this game being in Coral Gables, it's all about the U today. I think the U takes it. They find a way to bounce back. Like I said, I know this series means a lot to both teams. It's always been played pretty close throughout all the years. So give me the U today. I think they'll bounce back, find a way to tie the series up, and set it up for a rubber match game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think the U bounces back hot today, coming off a little pissed off attitude, coming in, want to beat the Gators' ass as much as they can because, it's like whoever owns the state of Florida, who wins this series is like the top dog. And Florida's obviously ranked 10th and Miami's 17th, but I don't know. I think Miami comes out hot today, but I think Florida takes the series. I'm going with the Gators.
But who are you going with today, though? You got
Miami,
the Canes today?
Miami. Yeah, Miami today,
All right.
Gators for series.
All right.
All right, that's fair. Thank you for that specification. I would say, listen, there's so many negatives about Florida. As cool as the school as it is, the play like Gainesville, I just hate the actual city. And Miami is like Miami, man. The freaking U.S. hockey team just partied there. I mean, like it's they left some real winning culture. Now, unfortunately, that did not show its face last night, but potentially it was sleeping. I think Miami is way cooler. I think Miami, if there's any school that's going to come back feisty after a loss, it's Mad Cubans. And I don't see them not at least taking one this weekend. And so I'm going to go ahead and take that today will be the one. I agree, though. I think it'll be one that they take. I don't think Florida loses this series.
All right. I'll screw up the board then. I am going on the Gators again today. Kevin O'Sullivan just kind of has dominated these rivalry matchups ever since he got to Gainesville. They got Hayden King going again today, who I think might be their best starter. Like I said, I'm getting the Gators to roll. I do think Miami scratches one, salvages the series tomorrow, but I'm going with the Gators to take the series today, make a statement.
John's favorite team, Florida.
Yeah, John wishes he went there.
Maybe. All right, next matchup.
Yes.
We got UTSA versus Coastal. UTSA is hot right now. They swept DBU last week, and then close win over Ohio State yesterday. The Schotts facing some pitching injuries, struggling a little bit. Lost to Texas last night. Pretty tight game for the first 6 or 7 until the Longhorns were able to bust it open. UTSA has been down in pitching a little bit themselves. I don't know if they released a starter for today. I think they may have only released a Friday starter, and they may have been rocking with some TBDs. Coastal will be throwing Ross Norman, the Georgia State transfer. Had a good start against Fairfield and then a really bad start against Illinois last week. This game is an even pick 'em on the books. Boys, who do we got in this matchup?
I'm going to roll with UTSA. I think TBD is going to shove today.
Yeah.
I think there's some gritty attitude there. Coastal, they've kind of built a name for themselves. UTSA has shown they've been playing some good baseball. They don't care who they play. Rolling there with a gritty attitude. And I think with the injuries, Coastal doesn't look necessarily as good as we thought they would this early in the season. So give me UTSA to roll in this one.
Yeah, I want to go Schotts, but I think I'm sticking with the Roadrunners from UTSA. I mean, the Schotts are just hitting that valley right now where they got a little probably mental battle going on with the pitching staff. They're probably down about that. Their bats are kind of lagging in the zone, They're not hitting stuff right up the middle, They're not going backside. They're not going pull side. I think I'm going UTSA on this one.
Yeah, I just think it's incredible. We're in a world in college baseball where UTSA and Coastal are an even pick 'em on. That's pretty incredible, man. I just like I just was like that's an unbelievable line. And I mean, listen, I think it's hard. They're hot now. They ended hot last year, obviously, with the series at Texas. Like I don't see a world that they don't at least continue to make it competitive and win. So I think you got to go the Roadrunners. I think if you're taking momentum, which usually plays a big role in baseball, I think you got to go the Roadrunners, baby. What an interesting mascot. I can't get over it. I mean, what a stupid play by the AD. But you know what? It kind of has a good little ring to it. So I'll give me the Roadrunners over the Schotts.
Have you seen that? I saw a logo. Maybe it was this week. It was like a new and improved UTSA logo where they had the hair, the mohawk on the bird. They had it combed and slicked back. It was a pretty good look.
I did it. That's probably money, man.
But I am going with, I think this is kind of a must-win spot again for the Schotts. Tough loss last night. I think you got an Ole Miss lineup, very strong lineup looming tomorrow that Coastal's going to have to face. I think I know they're struggling. I believe in the culture of the program. I think it's strong. I just don't think they get swept this weekend, and I think tomorrow might be a tough matchup for them, being down pitching a little bit. I think the Schotts got to find a way to win this one. So I'm rocking with the Schotts. I feel like they're going to get fired up for today and might feel like kind of a must win in that locker room today.
You're going against the grain a lot today. Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to prove yourself or make yourself look cooler than us because it's working now. And
well, let's see. Last week, me and Cole were both going in 4-1, and we had a lot of separation on the board. And Cole's going into this week 7-2, and I am 5-5. I went 1-4. So we're going against the grain again. And we're gonna get some more separation between
All right.
me and Cole this week for
Interesting.
sure.
I think.
I want to look at you guys. If you guys, I want to see what my score ends up being compared to you guys because at least for this weekend, I want to know.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get it to you.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
we'll
I got to
get
see
to
that
you, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, our final matchup, the game of the day. We got the Texas A&M Aggies going up against the UCLA Bruins. UCLA still coming in as the number 1 team in the country, coming off that win over Tennessee. They will be throwing Michael Barnett. He's got a 1.8 ERA through 10 innings pitched. And then the Aggies coming off a big 10-0 win last night. Kind of a statement win. I know people were saying they haven't played anybody yet. And some people would say Virginia Tech isn't very, very good. I thought that starter was pretty legit last night.
Yeah.
I thought they looked solid. Huge win for them. They got Weston Moss going on the mound, 3.27 ERA through 11 innings pitched. Got hit around a little bit against Tennessee Tech and then shoved against the Quakers last week. Boys, who do we got?
A&M, they did have a big win last night. So did UCLA. Hayden, I do apologize, but the Bruins just look nasty. We were all on this podcast were very high on TCU, and they swept TCU last week. It's kind of hard for me to go against the Bruins, so I'll take UCLA in this one.
I think we're gonna have a not so fast, my friend. I think I'm riding high on the freaking Aggies.
you are.
I think I'm going on Hayden's side on this one. I know they're in Globe Life, so where the rubber meets the road, and I think they're gonna battle it out until probably the 9th inning. This one's gonna be a tight one, and I think UCLA drops another one. I think the Aggies stay hot and move to 10-0 today, baby. Let's go, Aggies. 12th man. Come on.
Yeah, baby. Let's go, man. Listen, these first off, these series in pro ballparks are always at a time in the season after a lot of big schools play kind of nobodies in the beginning. And they're always tests every time. And yes, they beat an SEC school yesterday, but they beat an SEC school with a first-year head coach who's still kind of finding their groove, which is pretty similar to what we did last year at Minute Maid. It's very similar. And I think they're playing a completely different team today. This team looks more polished. Early's got his groove about him. I think that last night for A&M, beating that team, you can say whatever you want about Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's not who we've been playing. Way better ball club. Beating them 10-0, not just beating them 3-2, was a statement win. Shane Sadeo was looking great. Now we got Weston Moss. Weston Moss is an absolute psychopath. If you ever meet the kid, you may never want to meet him again in the best possible way. Like, he's just scary, man. He looks like he'd steal your kids or something. But he's a dog on the mound, man. The dude is absolutely ruthless, and I don't see a world that he's not awake all of last night, eating sardines or something, just waiting to pitch today. So I don't see a world that he doesn't dominate, and I don't see a world that our offense doesn't take this weekend personally and make a statement for themselves and for our king, Michael Early. So I got the Aggies dominating at plus 135. I don't have a mortgage, but if I did, I would put it on it. I just see this. I see this as not a must win, obviously, because we've had so much success, but that's probably how they're feeling. And so that's usually a good sign. So I got the Aggies dominating today, man. Let's go.
I hope your audio.
I do hear it. I hear
it. And in that bog there was a hole, a rare hole, a rattling hole, with a hole in the bog down in the valley.
Give me a liter of beer.
I'm with you, dude. I'm all over the Aggies. I think this is a huge spot for them. I think all the people returning from last year are still kind of feeling that letdown and kind of underperformance from last year. I still think they just have a huge chip on their shoulder, and they don't feel like they're undefeated today. They're going to be juiced up.
Correct.
They got chips on their shoulders for sure. Yeah, if you telling me that Weston Moss is eating sardines, being ready to take someone's head off today, that makes me even more confident. It's baseball, man. It's tough to play good teams, and UCLA has been rolling. I think this is a tough spot for them. I love the Aggies at plus money, and I'm all over them today. Give me the Aggies.
Hell
Give me
yeah.
the 12th man to pack out Globe Life.
Let's
and make
go,
some noise
baby.
today.
I
Yeah.
feel like the 12th
What do you
man will
say?
be there in full effect at Globe
Yeah.
Life. I mean, how far is that from College Station?
That is about 2 hours. So we'll call it Olsen Field North for this weekend. We're going to call it Olsen Field North, and it's already last night showed good signs. It's just simply not a neutral game. It never is.
No.
Never is.
And Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong, but Saturday we might see like double the amount of people make the drive up today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be packed. Not to mention that UCLA. You want to talk about a school that could give less of a crap about sports in general, but specifically baseball. They don't care, man. They don't even know who has the most home runs. They don't know literally anything about them. So none of them are going to make a business trip and fly out to Arlington to go watch their team play. They would actually probably pay an Aggie to take their seat for them. I mean, they're just it's just a waste of a fan base. And so if there's going to be a waste of a fan base, there's going to be someone picking up the slack. And I promise the 12th man will.
Let's go.
I hope you don't
Fire
hate
me
me
up.
after my pick. I really hope you don't hate me after my pick. But
I know, dude. No, UCLA is
like,
great. I just think I don't see a world that we don't win this game.
Hey, you picked the number one team in the country. I don't think anyone can hate you for it.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take at all.
All right, boys.
You can hate me for it.
It is time for our 3-team underdog parlay of the day. We're currently 0-2. I have a feeling we're going to go about like 1-24 on these for the season, but we might hit one eventually. We might hit one. Boys, who are our dogs for the day?
I got UConn. I believe they're coming in. Let me double check their line here. They're coming in at plus 105. Also off a win last night against UNC Wilmington. Looked good against Arizona last week. Took the series. Again, coming in plus 105. I will take the UConn Huskies.
I'm taking the Bulls. The Bulls from South Florida against the Knights at UCF. They're coming in underdogs, and I think South Florida's got some. They didn't play last night, so they're coming in full effect, and they're coming in hot.
Yeah,
so
I believe that game got rained out. This is kind of a Friday matchup.
Yeah,
love that. It's going to be
their
a
offense is scary.
The Battle of I-4. Let me see if I can find that on the books here.
I might have had it on somebody else, but they were plus.
I'll look for it, John. You go ahead and rip yours.
I don't know if I'm seeing that yet, but mine's going to be the Aggies, boys. Plus 135. That's how we're going to top it off. I mean, shit. If I don't know what the time slates of these, but if this game comes down, or if this parlay comes down to the Aggies cashing at 8:00, I might have 36 beers for that game and be absolutely juiced for it. So let's.
I might break my marathon and join you as well, just to cheer you on. That might be worth it.
You gonna have this game pulled up in the stands?
I will. I did. I had last night's pulled up in the stands, and it was very awkward because we were listening to baseball while swim meets are loud, man. Those parents, if they hear anything other than swim meets, they think you're like the plague. So I had to kind of be secret about it. But I'll have that pulled up. I'm excited to watch, man.
In Globe Life, that's got to be a Flow Sports game, isn't it?
Yeah,
they've been putting them on YouTube. Though,
YouTube,
this week,
which
is awesome to see.
Yeah, because Flow has been. They need to figure it out, man. It's expensive, and usually with expensive, you get good value. And I hope they hear this because it's unbelievably bad.
If you want to make people pay $25 for one weekend, at least have a bulletproof stream.
100%. Yeah, like everyone would pay for a good value. Like there's no shame in that at all. But it's when you pay because it's your only option. It's monopoly for some terrible service. Now this has turned into a Flow hate ban, which it's not supposed to be, but it came up.
I'm all here for it because if ESPN hears this, they'll probably get some more games on ESPN.
Yeah,
1 and 2 because they need to figure it out too on their app and everything. And I saw last week Stephen Schott's finally tweeted about how ESPN finally released highlights or something about college baseball for the first time.
They tweeted about a midweek.
The upsets. That's right.
The first time they've tweeted about college baseball before the postseason, ever.
If ESPN's hearing this, hire me, I'll do it.
I was going to say, honestly, ESPN just keep, I said this like last week, ESPN just keep shit in the bed because that helps us out. So just keep doing nothing and come over to the Head First podcast. We'll have a college baseball Saturday for you.
For sure. For sure.
But that will wrap up this week's episode. Hayden, it was awesome to have you on, man. Thanks for spending some time with us this fine Saturday morning and skipping your 75 hard workout for us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll go get that in at some point, man. This was more fun. I appreciate y'all. That was a blast.
Mixing a beer, mixing a water, whatever you need, but go Aggies.
Something of liquid.
Yeah,
let's go. Gig 'em.
Sort of liquid form. Gig 'em Aggies. Harding and Kling, get over to the ballpark. We got a doubleheader for the Bearcats today. We got a bunch of college baseball on today. So everyone, have a day, and we will see you guys next week.
Let's go.
Lit.
See y'all.